Charles Martin here, coming to you from Dalmeny on the south coast of New South Wales in Australia. I'm going to talk a little bit about the NIME website, nime.org. I've been contributing to NIME for about 10 years and I've been looking after the nime.org website just for the last year. NIME.org is the static website for NIME. It exists outside of the year-to-year conferences and it's our point for archiving our proceedings. So it's very important that we continue to have this website so that the whole proceedings of the NIME conference are open access and at a continuous location for researchers to reference. So how does the website work? Well, we develop within a GitHub repository using the Jekyll web framework, which is for making a static website. All of the website pages are in Markdown files within that repository, and we have a big BibTeX file that contains a listing of every NIME paper that's ever been in the proceedings. So when we deploy the website, the Markdown files get turned into HTML, and the BibTeX file gets processed by a Jekyll plugin into a big page with all of the NIME papers from the proceedings nicely formatted. So how is nime.org hosted? Well, at the moment, it's this static Jekyll website. When we push an update to GitHub, it automatically is deployed by a system called Netlify, deploys it as a static website. So that's for all of the pages and the proceedings list. The other part of the website is a folder with all of the NIME papers stored in it, all of the PDFs. And that's actually stored directly on Amazon Web Services in an S3 bucket. So those two products, Netlify and AWS, are the way that we host the website. At the moment, the costs for nime.org is about $10 to $12 US dollars per month in bandwidth costs from Amazon Web Services. I've been hosting the website with Netlify, which has a free tier for less than 100 gigabytes of bandwidth. But if we accidentally go more than 100 gigabytes in a month, then they slug you with $20 US dollars as a usage charge. The whole paper folder is about 17 gigabytes. That's the whole proceedings from every NIME. The bandwidth over the year, in a normal month, we have about 90 or 100 gigabytes of bandwidth. There's some months which are higher, generally around Christmas time when people are writing their NIME papers, November, December and January. There are some months which are lower, typically after the NIME papers have gone in and everyone's waiting for their review, March, April, May. So there's some problems with the NIME website at the moment, some things I'm not satisfied with. One is that although we have a complete archive of all of the paper proceedings, we don't have any archive of performances and we don't have any archive of demos. So it's really a shame that when people try to find an experience of what's been at NIME in the past, they only see the papers, which is really different than what we experience as NIME attendees. So what's easy to do? Well, I think it's very easy to add more fields to the BibTeX file. It's very easy to link to other places where we might host media files or source code or other data for free. For instance, Zenodo, YouTube, Vimeo. I really like the idea of hosting things on Zenodo and linking DOIs or DOIs into the BibTeX file, perhaps having a presentation video or a demo video for each paper in each conference. That's something we could do this year now that every NIME paper has an associated 10-minute presentation. So who can participate in developing the NIME website? Do you need a special license? No, it's an open GitHub repository, so you can just fork it, clone it, start editing away, try out your idea, add another Jekyll plugin if you want to, and if you have something cool that you've tried out, submit a pull request, and we're very likely to accept it and put it into production. So this is an open way of collaborating. I don't need to send you any special passwords to get started, and if anyone has great ideas for how to improve the website, we're really open to them. So what would be difficult about developing the NIME website in future? Well, I think it would be difficult to start hosting a lot of huge media files. If we're thinking about hosting every NIME performance, that would end up being tens of gigabytes per instance of the conference. And at the moment, the whole conference proceedings is less than 20 gigabytes. So that would really impact our bandwidth costs if we wanted to host video. Another really difficult thing to do would be to make the website really dynamic. That would be much more difficult than just sticking with this static website. So just a closing thought, I think that NIME is a wonderful community of innovative and clever individuals and small groups. We're a really open community, and I think it would be wonderful if people jumped up and volunteered their time to try out new ideas. We're very likely to apply these ideas in the website, so get in touch if you have them. Charles Martin signing off from Australia. Thanks.